There's absolutely nothing wrong with ACT. I honestly tell you that right now. There's nothing wrong with ACT. But it doesn't fucking matter now. It's like when the zombie apocalypse happened, nobody would question where did the zombie come from. Nobody would question, is it because of some biotechnology company decide to do some biological test and then it got out of control and then it contaminate something and then it contaminate human and then a zombie came out. Nobody would come out of City Hall debate and like, this company is wrong. They were the one that was playing with fire. Guess what they did? They designed and they created something that threatened mankind. Nobody is going to talk about that anymore. It's over. Even if the company come out and say, well, that is not our goal. We obviously is not here to try to, you know, create zombies. We are trying to make humans stronger. We are trying to find the next step of human evolution. We are trying to... It doesn't fucking matter anymore. The fact is zombie is in town. It's end of discussion. It's like ACT. It doesn't matter whether ACT is okay or not okay or has always been belong in the grade. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. The very fact is that there are more things outside of ACT that contributed to this third party talk and then ACT just got dragged into it. That was it. It doesn't even matter. That is the part where I'm pissed off. That is the part where I'm fucking pissed off. Now before we go, I'm gonna read some stuff obviously from the stuff before we begin, before I rant. And then I'm gonna talk about like the world first stuff. Hello, this is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV with the blah blah blah. We heard concerns of players. Like I find it funny that with the release of 6.11 and Dragon Song Reprise, I think by 6.1, since the PvP, they should already address this already. Like, why specifically talk about 6.11 and Ultimate? Like, specifically. Like, why is it so elaborate? What about the PvP? What about all those people that is posting on PvP? No, I know, they got banned, I know. But they didn't get a statement. But why this particular Ultimate, which, by the way, it's only 0.1% of the population, okay? Okay, casuals? You motherfuckers say that this is only 0.1%. So why does this 1% now suddenly catch the eye of Yoshi P and you for you guys to come out to do this? What about the PvP? What about everyone and their mom and dad playing the PvP and was cheating their ass off? How come nobody talk about them? We have heard concern of players of third-party tools and the potential of game server. This is so dumb. I thought this topic, but I would like to take about it to formally address them. You know, this is where Yoshi P draw the line. I feel bad for him. I think he has been pretty tolerable with add-ons, especially ACT. I can tell you, he has been taking a stance this whole time where I honestly don't think he cares about ACT. I honestly don't care. I honestly don't think he thinks ACT is that detrimental to the game in terms of collecting the data for self-improvement and stuff. Obviously, if you cross the line and you harass people, that is a big no-no, but that doesn't fall under ACT. That just generally fall under harassment. Right? I do think that Yoshi P don't mind ACT. I would even go further to say Yoshi P himself uses ACT at home. I would go that far. It's either Yoshi P himself have ACT at home installed or he has his own Final Fantasy Square Enix version of ACT. Either way, my point is Yoshi P also have a parser at home. Okay? I can confirm. That's why I don't think Yoshi P very particularly hates ACT in terms of just passing. But I think, like I said, all these third-party things add up together. He decided that enough is enough. Fucking draw the line here. No more third-party, you know? You know, back then, he even brings some stuff like Excel spreadsheet. He even brings some stuff like calculator. He even brings some stuff like Discord. And he say that, you know, we can't really say that these are not okay third-party because technically speaking, these are essential tools. But technically speaking, they fall under ACT. But you know, we draw the line at grey, right? Right? Just don't do anything dumb, right? Before this statement, he was at least, I think, at least quite forgiving. But I think after this statement, it's the end already. This is it. This is no more fucking around already, right? Okay, this is meant to read entirely. Of course I will, yes. As stated, in terms of service, the use of third party is strictly prohibited. Players who determine using third party will have their account suspended, yes, okay. Defining. Back then, he didn't really define this bad. This time, he really went all out, right? Where request player to define the tools are possible, but we do require assessment, yes, you see? A lot of people always want him to draw the line, right? But honestly, the line can't be drawn. Honestly, anything is considered third party. Anything, everything, anything. The very fact that I'm using a web browser right now, if I were to right now search for Final Fantasy XIV stuff while playing the game, technically speaking, I'm using a third party to find out information that can give me an edge of clearing a content. Technically speaking, this is third party. They require accessible third party to available on the internet as well as gaming device function and this such undertaking. Yes, it's possible, right? That's why they simply now just tell you to don't use third party. It's possible to check programs that install every PC. That's why we can identify reprimand offender 100% of the time. There are a few examples of rule we violated later. Use of tools that allow players to more easily complete content. Okay, This one is obviously, okay, now before we go into ACT, this one is obviously talking about CACbot and trigonometry. On paper, this is obviously CACbot, trigonometry. Modification of UI. Now, I never done, if you guys watch my stream, you guys would know I never use any single add-on before that will change UI. The only thing I ever use in this game, if I were to be really transparent right now, if a GM is listening to this right now and is gonna ban me for this, fine, whatever, I don't care. In fact, I'm gonna be really honest with you. Anybody who see me stream these 7 years knows the only add-on I ever use in this game, the only plugin that I ever use, the only third-party program that I ever use in this game is ACT. I don't use anything else. The only thing I use is ACT. If today, right now, this statement is out, and if a GM listening to this really ban me for this, honestly speaking, I wouldn't mind, because at least now we know ACT is 100% bannable. Because a lot of people out there that got banned, the last 2 days, this couple of days, is because they obviously use ACT. I mean, to be fair, if you use any other plugin, there's no reason why you didn't use ACT. Let's be honest. I don't see anybody using, say, any UI mod. Like, for example, when we saw Bagel stream earlier, he was using his is very, I think he's very subtle, to be honest. His was just the, like Zeno says, the number below the debuff on the party list, right? Now, obviously, anybody who use any plugin will obviously use ACT. Hiroro used a lot of plugin. He used UI, he uses stuff that changes his UI. Basically, he uses Quick Launcher. The reason why he got banned was because of Quick Launcher. He have a lot of stuff like not supposed to be seen. For example, other people's CD. Those are things that you are not meant to see. Able to see your party, your core tanks reprisal, your party list cooldowns, your gun breakers heart of life, your melee spin. Those are things that you are never meant to see. And also on top of that, a lot of people use those cast bar thingy that where you can see the slide cast meter. That one is obviously, this is where the problem where I told you guys about. I have a problem with this community regarding third party. Okay? This is my problem. When I use ACT, I use it only solely for the reason to pass, to see the numbers, and for self-improvement. Yes, granted, sometimes my nature dictates that I will go out my way to harass people. And I got burned for it one time before. Okay, and I learned my lesson, obviously. But my sole reason of using ACT is just for looking at DPS numbers. That's it. That was it. Now, you guys might see that, oh, but you also got triggers. Yes, but dude, again, I'm not trying to defend myself. If you guys listen to my triggers, all my triggers are just fun stuff, cute stuff. I even get Dead Catfish to record cute sounds so that when I play it on stream, it's like interactive, it's like funny to listen to. Dude, the Living Dead thing, I just put it there because I was learning how to play White Mage and I don't want to let the Dark Knight guy die. Ever since that, I didn't remove it. Now, the whole pro, it was there, you guys loved it, you guys spam me, I thought it was quite fun, I thought it was quite interactive, I just left it on. And then we have the down. Then what is the hide error stuff? A long time ago. It's not even useful in this fight. Again, I'm not trying to defend myself. It's a trigger, right? I used to have trick attack trigger as well, just to know when trick attack is. Like Mega Beam, it was cute. Twister, it was cute. I obviously never need it. But obviously because it was there, I cannot defend it. Okay? Yes, I used custom triggers before. Yes. But I only use ACT. Okay? I only use ACT. Now this is the part where I hate what the community done over the years. Why do people use Titan Geo plugin? Why do people start having more plugin on top of ACT? Instead of just passing, why do the community start to decide that every fucking add-on is gonna be used, needed, people use it, change color, change this, change that, have this, have that? Like, why? Why can't you guys just leave ACT alone? Why can't you guys just, if you guys want to do something different, right, go do something different. Like, for example, if you guys want to cheat or you guys want to use additional stuff, put it on a new thing, right? Put it on the Quick Launcher, put it on Trigonometry, put it on CACbot. Fine, I don't really care. At the end of the day, if Yoshi P decided that, like for example, Hiroro Moons and also obviously the people who got banned, yes, they also use ACT, but that was not the only thing they used. They also used the UI plugin. Now, again, I don't know where that came from. Apparently, it's from FFXIV Launcher or Quick Launcher. I don't know which one is which, or I don't know whether they are the exact same thing. The very fact that ACT got dragged into this much saddens me, because I don't think there's anything wrong with just ACT. I don't think there's anything wrong with a passer just to record numbers, just to record DPS. Honestly, just to see how much damage is needed, who is doing low damage, where are we lacking, who is doing less. Now, of course, don't harass people, right? Like I said. But the very fact that now everything is considered it, and obviously, again, this is the part where the community is a little bit stupid. Whenever people get banned for third party, the first thing that comes to everybody's mind was not this guy got banned because of UI alteration. This guy got banned because of CACbot. This guy got not banned because of trigonometry. This guy got banned because of using an add-on that can see other people's cooldown. This guy got banned because his cast bar is altered. This guy got banned because his hop out. Everybody first thought was ACT. Oh, people got banned? Yeah, because of ACT. Oh, that streamer got banned? Oh, that's because of ACT. Oh, this guy got banned, the Wolfers got banned. Oh yeah, then don't use ACT then. That is the thing that I hear every single time. That is the thing, that is the first thing I read. Everybody talks about the reason why insert streamer, insert player, insert YouTube video got taken out is because of ACT. That's the first thing people think of. That's the first thing people think of. I don't think Yoshi P has a problem with ACT. Obviously, he can't come out and say it out loud. I don't think ACT. I'm not trying to defend ACT, man. I really don't think ACT is a big deal. I really don't think. Just getting raw numbers, DPS, I really don't think it's a big deal. It's third party for sure. I don't think it's a big deal. And I don't think Yoshi P drew that line that obvious until today. Now it's like strictly no third party, right? I just find it weird, man. Like, why? You motherfuckers are the reason why ACT is no longer clean, you know? You guys are the reason why every pharmaceutical company now is being blamed because of a zombie apocalypse, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like this is what I mean. This is where I'm super disappointed at the community. Because I love using ACT. I love seeing DPS numbers. But now I cannot use it anymore. Now I cannot use it anymore. No, nobody dares to use it anymore. Because who is here to say that ACT is okay or not okay anymore? Like I say, all those the three people that we know. Number one, obviously Hiroro Moon. Number two, one of the Wolfers guy. And number three, now Bagel. The one that we know, that we see, are the people that use multiple things together. That's why I say, if there's a GM watching this right now, and a GM decided to ban me based on ACT, because over the years, you can just watch my stream, it's like literally black and white. I don't hide it. The only thing I ever use these 7 years is ACT. Now, if a GM would ban me because of using ACT, at least we can draw the line here. ACT is no longer okay. I don't mind being the scapegoat. Fine, I clear ultimate already. I feel bad for Bagel. I feel bad for Hiroro. They haven't cleared ultimate yet and they got yoinked out of the game. I clear ultimate already. Fuck it. You want to take me away for 10 days? You want to take me away for 20 days? That's totally fine. At least, there's this one streamer that only uses ACT and he got banned. Then we know ACT is no longer okay. At least we end the discussion here. Xeno video also got taken down. I'm waiting for the day they tell me to take down my video. Again, if you look at my video, the only thing in this video is the living dead. Did we get down in this video? If this video get taken down, at least we can safely say ACT is not okay. I'm waiting. I got a copyright strike. On this video, for heaven's word, for the song. I'm waiting for Square Enix to tell me to take this video down. We'll find out within the day. The last 12 hours, I've been locked into the game, waiting for a GM to bring me to jail. For the last 12 hours, I'm opening my YouTube video, waiting for Square Enix to tell me to take down this video. Did they use Hot Tail Hot Wing Call? Exactly. Okay, Hot Tail Hot Wing Call out is not. Again, I'm not trying to defend myself, okay? Hot Tail Hot Wing Call out is not that bad. You see the cast bar, then the call out happen. Is it a call out? Yes. Is it a custom trigger? Yes. I'm not gonna defend it. Okay? But again, like I said, all these things over here that he mentioned, I don't think it has anything to do with ACT. But because they are bundling everything together, it saddens me that even for me, a little bit of the simplest thing is no longer okay. And now I cannot even use something remotely just for the DPS and just for one single random hot tail, hot wing call out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that it's okay. Just because somebody robbed a bank and now a new law happened that if you rob a bank, you get a death sentence. And now we pass down the law. It doesn't matter whether you rob a bank or you steal a candy from the 7-Eleven. You gotta get a death sentence. Now, is it wrong for the kid to steal a candy? Yes, of course it's wrong. But does the kid deserve a death sentence for stealing a candy? You know what I mean? This is what I mean. Is using ACT wrong? Yes. Is using a simplest custom trigger wrong? Yes. But now people are banned. People are actually being dragged to jail, banned for 10 days, being in the spotlight because of something more than that. But because of this, now the kid that only steal a candy now is gonna get a death sentence now. You know what I mean? That is what I mean. That is the part where I'm saddened by the community. Dude, I'm just using something super small, man. You guys are using it on the bigger grand. You guys are using ACT like you guys are gonna build it in your space shuttle to fly to the moon, man. I'm just using ACT just so I can see my damage. You know what I mean? Where does this stop? Where does this stop? Does it stop at ACT? What about if I use Discord? Does it stop at Discord? I'm gonna be honest with you. I never once cared whether people use their 2 minutes properly. I never once cared. I never once cared whether we are using 2 minutes together on the same GCD. Did we all delay 3 GCD? Sometimes we overlap a little bit. Sometimes out of the 20 seconds, only 13 to 15 seconds was synced. I don't really care. I don't really care whether these people got reprisal or not. Sometimes I myself forget Fin. For example, I don't even care whether Choco got Fin. You know what I mean? But the fact that you guys actually go out your way just to see other people have Fin or not, like, why did you need that? Like, why did you put yourself in that situation? Your slide cast. Bro, you play this game for years. And again, this is not trying to yell at you. This is not trying to be upset with you. But dude, if you are like a world first raider, do you need this? Ask yourself, did you really need that? No, right? Then why did you use it? Why did you put yourself in that situation? I swear to God, if your video is being taken down and or if you are being banned, I honestly can tell you that guy is gonna be like, bro, I don't really even need it. And a lot of people share the same sentiment. Those people who are now scared and those people who are now already banned, they probably sit down right now and think, dude, I honestly don't even need it. Honestly, I can tell you half of the people that uses all those plugins to see other people's CD and or to see your slide cast bar, I can tell you half of those people don't even care about it. They at the very beginning, somebody told them it's cool, they install it, they use it, they're like, oh wow, it worked. They go into an instance, they do it one instance, they do one expert dungeon, they're like, wow, that's really neat, ain't it? That's just so convenient, huh? Yeah, let me just put it on. I don't think they are like, okay, oh, slide cast. Oh my god, if I didn't have these two, I wouldn't have done it. I don't think they are that reliant. You know what I mean? It's just QOL, it's just nice to have. I don't think they need it. Yeah, they have it on out of, you know, just don't want to get it off. And then now everybody got punished for it. That is the part I don't understand. Because I really don't think those people needed it. Am I gonna sit here and tell you the world first wouldn't get world first if they didn't use plugin? Fuck no. They would have gotten it even without the plugin. They would have gotten it even without ACT. But because it's there, the example is there. Square Enix hold the X and got something to chop now. Now everybody, now all of us have to pay the price. Hacks are alteration of program that allow for otherwise impossible things to happen. For 40, we realize on server community hacking is much more difficult than online game hacking. Our security measure improve supplemented to as mods, however, can do a number of things such as display additional information. Okay, this one they are obviously talking about the UI because these are not things that you should see on your screen exactly. It's not allowed to clear high such tool will not in short, the use of such tool will not allow players to automatically high-end content. Yes, yeah, okay. I think this one is mainly talking about hacking, speed hacking, I guess. Teleportation, speed hacking. Enhancements to UI and HUD. We believe that people use the aforementioned tools to expand the HUD display more information because they feel the existing functions are insufficient for tracking high-end duties. In recognition of this, we intend to review the most prominent tools and in order. Okay. This is the part that just now, you know, I was talking about how I'm disappointed at the community about using third party and then for kind of legit players get dragged into this shit. One biggest example, Paisley Park. Dude, placing a marker is not difficult, man. Placing a marker mid-duty, we are talking about the high-end duty players, you know. Between transition, placing a marker is not difficult, okay? Oh, we go into Ifrit phase now. Okay, we have the Ifrit transition. Oh, let's put A here. Oh shit, we are going to Alexander. Okay, guys, this is the extra shrine. I want you guys to stack at A. Okay, this pattern dictates that we are starting from A and then we are going to D. That guy only maybe loses one GCD at most. And that GCD, let's just say you let a healer do it, that GCD is not gonna make you die or not clear the content, okay? But you motherfuckers decided that you guys want to use an add-on for that. And now guess what? All of us cannot change markers mid-pool just because you guys are lazy to change markers mid-combat. This is exactly what I mean. There is nothing wrong with switching markers in between combat. In fact, it is great that we can switch markers in combat. But because you guys are so fucking lazy and you guys want to use an add-on for that, now nobody get to put marker mid-combat. You guys happy now? This is what I mean. I don't think you guys needed it. You guys are the front runner. You guys are the hardcore raiders. You guys are the 100 percentiles. You guys clearly don't need this. So why do you guys do it? It's the same for your cast bar. You obviously know what slide casting is. Do you really need it? That's the part I'm pissed off. Because now we are dragged into this shit show. Now nobody get nice things. I missed it, man. I missed able to marker in between duty. I really missed it. I remember when we were progging Alexander, my static leader was the one doing the marker. Everybody started at A. It was great. But now it's like, nope. Paisley Park is always going to be the one that Square Enix shouldn't need to take any action, but then they decided to draw the line and then they ban people for it and then they fuck up their in-game marker for it. This is going to be the same. No one will ever make a better customization UI and stuff compared to any third party. It's the same for World of Warcraft. It's the same for even Final Fantasy XI. You know, for the longest time in Final Fantasy XI, people has been talking about Windower. There's nothing wrong with Windower. There was nothing when Okay, I know you guys don't maybe a lot of you guys don't play Final Fantasy XI. I want to take like a little bit of drive-by to talk about Final Fantasy XI. So Final Fantasy XI, right? You cannot play Final Fantasy XI in window mode. You can only play Final Fantasy XI in full screen. So obviously the Westerners and the PC players are triggered by it. Why? And back then we only have one monitor, right? Back then we don't have two monitors, right? Back in the days in the early year 2000, we didn't have dual monitors, right? We need windower. We need a windowed mode. So people start making a third-party tool to make Final Fantasy 11 windowable. For 8 years, Square Enix did not implement window mode. So then they start saying windower is not good. Now, Windower is exactly like ACT. There is nothing wrong with Windower. Windower was fine. But then people start using shit on Windower. People start having distance plugin, TP party, spell timer, EXP tracker. People start putting on add-ons on top of the Windower. People start wanting quality of life to latch on Windower. Then they decided that Windower is not okay. No longer okay. And then they make their own Windower. By the time they make their own windower, their windower is shit. Final Fantasy XI's windowed mode was so bad, everybody went back to use windower anyway. So it's like, nobody will ever make a better third party than the third party. Does that make sense? So even if Square Enix is gonna start implementing all this UI stuff, they are not gonna do a good job. They are not gonna do, like this timer over here, should be in game. When I was doing, when we were progging this S-Phase, we had the Elegant Rod, right, that we need to pass, right? I was legit wanting to know who got it, and I want to know when I should get it. Because at the beginning, we didn't have an order, we were just randomly passing, right? We were just going down the party list. So when Choco got it, I need to be the guy that go get it, you know, at the very beginning, when we didn't do a proper pass order, right, when we were progging. So then I was like, okay, shit, how long is the debuff? I'm a melee. When should I start looking for Choco? Okay, Choco got it, but how many more seconds? I have to manually target him so that I can see how long he has it, then I can go get it. You know what I mean? So I think this timer should be in-game by default. The fact that this thing is not in-game and then we have to go out our own way inconveniently to look for it when the game should tell us, does this give you an edge? No. Does this harass other people? No. Should this have already been in-game? Yes. If you're gonna ban people for this, right? Don't come out to say that you might implement it. It doesn't make sense. Ban people for what you put in the game later. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean that they will add that in game. I'm just saying, just one example. Okay, this is the part that I'm also very upset. Is this statement by Yoshi P? If yes, this is the part where I'm a little bit disappointed at Yoshi P. A little bit, just a little bit. It goes without saying that we are aware of world races for high-end duty. As the developer, we are proud that growing the one of the okay, but a race should be fair. And it's our earnest wish that but don't use third party. Indeed, we only release duty and prove that can be done. Yes. Without a doubt, this ultimate is the hardest. Yes, it is. The way to conquer in such a short time requires great individual powers, teamwork support, and you can consider this gamer thoroughly impressed. Because such race was unofficial, we usually limit our involvement to some comment after a number of teams. By offering our congratulations via the official Twitter, comment and timestamp, we want to recognize it. However, if our recognition encourages excessive competition, controversy, this is the part where I'm very disappointed at them. If you yourself is a gamer, and if you yourself knows, these world first players are obviously better than using a third party, and like I said, I don't think the Raid Mage needs that plugin. Are you trying to imply that if the Raid Mage didn't use it, then the Raid Mage wouldn't have got world first? No, right? I don't think the Raid Mage needed it. But if you were to do this, right, you are like a little bit contradicting. You are like, yo, we recognize your skill, but just because you use something, then we no longer can recognize you, and let alone the community. And to go even further beyond, they took down his video. I feel that's a little bit extreme, right? I don't think coming out to say, hey, congratulations Neverland and the World Second Team and the World Third Team, you guys did a good job. And then on a side note, don't use third party. They didn't even say anything about it, man. They just go like, congratulations, right? You know what I mean? Like, they just say like, oh, a number of teams got it, congrats. And then they start banning them. I think they should have gotten a pass. I feel really bad, man. I feel really bad. Because I really don't think those add-on made the difference. I really don't think those add-on made the difference. Okay, what's next? Data mining. Okay, whew. I'm not trying to immortalize myself. Let me tell you, man. I am the cleanest guy. I never look at data mining stuff unless I have no choice. But I don't look at it and I don't promote it because I don't like this taken away from me. I don't like surprises taken away from me. I don't like knowing what the weapon really looks like. You know, on the patch, people... That's what in my Discord, I strictly tell people, if you motherfuckers want to post anything that is data mined, put it in the spoiler section. I'm not going to look at it. Now, if I happen to click on it and I look at it, fine, fuck me then. But I'm not going to intentionally go and look for it. For me, right, seeing data mine stuff before the patch comes out, I thought it's really fucking stupid. Now, the data was mined and the appearance of the raid's final boss was made public. The Dragon King Torden was leaked. Yes, that one, sadly to say, I saw it because that one was all over every freaking Discord. This shit was leaked so long ago. It was just unmissable. I think this one they fucked up. But this one though, this one I'm actually quite surprised. This one I'm actually surprised because this one I don't know what they were talking about. At virtually the same time the patch was released, a screenshot from a face that players haven't yet to reach was leaked. I don't know which one they mean. We believe it came from an insider and we are in the middle of the investigation. Ooh. We refrained from making this known earlier because it would have made the investigation more difficult if the suspect were aware. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the workplace environment atmosphere? Yoshi P walk around the room and then you got one guy that is like... And then Yoshi P is like... What are you afraid of? Nothing, Yoshida-san. Yeah. Can you imagine the workplace atmosphere? Oh my god. Okay, this one I think is pretty severe, but at the same time I think this is really funny. On patch release, I immediately went to proc. So I don't know what was the screenshot because obviously, I mean, I don't have time to look at it, right? Obviously those people that didn't proc, maybe it's like, oh shit, did you see this screenshot? So what was the screenshot? What was the screenshot? There was a screenshot leak of Ice Face, P5 Torden, and a gun. What? Yeah, I never saw the screenshot as well. I never seen the screenshot. Like, is it in-game footage? Or is it just like a random screen cap? Oh, so somebody leaked it. Oh. Dude, that guy is gonna get fired. 100%. That guy will never find another job in gaming industry again. I don't think it's big of a deal that they will sue him to jail. I don't think they will go that far. I think they will just fire him and he's never gonna find another job in the gaming industry. Be graphical resources or something else. There may be legal ramification of mining data. Okay, perhaps due to interest, we've been taking websites. We've been seeing websites that openly release mined. Ooh, as a show of our admiration, who can click ultimately, we design their weapon to be eye-catching as possible and to widely spread their images outside will diminish player motivation to earn them. We have made this request before and I'll make it again. Please refrain from data mining. Ooh. It's not gonna stop. This is just a statement that Yoshi P is gonna ban your ass if you know who you are. He's gonna make you suffer. It's not gonna stop anybody because, hey, the Shadowbringer guy got legal action and this guy still came out to leak screenshot anyway. So it's like, it's never gonna stop. Jimmy, don't play with fire. 5 years later, Jimmy is gonna play with fire. This is the part that it's funny. The leaks outlined above have led to some idiots to speculate the groups may have used server emulators to figure out the progression timeline for them. Guys, this is obviously not true and obviously impossible. I cannot believe that you guys, some of you guys, that actually think that this is true. Let me guess. You guys actually thought that Rich paid for that server. Let me guess. You guys actually thought that Rich got world first with their private server. Let me guess. Did you guys really believe it? Of course not. I find it weird that Yoshi P have to come out to actually type this out. However, 14 is run by a variety of independent programs operating on a multitude of specialized servers, so to completely emulate the server environment outside of our infrastructure is impossible. It would cost 10 millions of yen to obtain the necessary server. Without this server, okay, yeah, right? Like, okay. If there's one, okay. If there's one guy that can pay for it, it's Rich. Yes, obviously. He's the co-founder of OTK. He's got a lot of money. I'm pretty sure, yes, he can afford. 10 millions of yen is not a lot of money. Wait, how much is 10 million of yen? It's only 76,000. It's a Sabaton. Rich can do a uncapped Sabaton. He can pay for the server. It's not a lot of money. To Rich, it's not a lot of money. But if anything can pay for it, it's Rich. Okay? But obviously not. I cannot believe some of you guys actually believe it. Even if one would somehow accomplish such a feat, it would still be physically impossible to run the unique program introduced to the server upon the application of each patch before the patch is even released. The progression timeline for each duty exists solely within the server-side code and is never included in the patch data downloaded player content. It's either people don't believe it and Yoshi P turns out to be the one that believe it. That's why he needs to type this. Or player actually believe it and player brought this up to Yoshi P and like, dude, we have a problem. Somebody is using our private server. Impossible! Let me go out and tell the players that it's not possible. Many more eyes are not on 14 and posting about it. With this in mind. Okay, to be honest, right? Again, to go back, why they didn't address PvP? Why they address Dragon Song Ultimate? Because I think all this attention was because of how successful this event was. I consider this an event. I actually consider this like a community event. Ultimate is like a community event. It's not just for the raiders. It's not just for the hardcore players. It's not just for any raiders. I think it's also for all the viewers and all the casuals. I think it's a grand event. But because of so much attention, like he says here, because of how Final Fantasy XIV now is catching more eyes and also this content has already always been catching more eyes, all these things become a bigger problem than it was. The world first video probably got 1 million people looking at it. You know, the streams, there has been like, what, 30, 40, 50,000 viewers every day on Twitch just looking at people progging, right? I feel bad for Yoshi P that this 6.1 is one of the best patch ever released. This 6.1 has got all the right things added to the game, all the right features added into the game, everything coming back, the contents are all coming back, the contents are getting better, the 24-man raids were good, the trials were good, the ultimate was great, they introduced adventurer play, PvP got better, Ishgard housing came out. But for us, right, this is the best patch. But for Yoshi P, this is the worst patch. He had to come out to talk about housing, you know, for a bug. Now, I don't think the bug is a big deal. They will return you your houses. It's just a matter of time, okay? Yes, they're gonna spend more time to figure out how to return your houses. They will give you back your houses. They are not gonna scam your houses. They're gonna give you back your money if they haven't give you back already. You can be assured, if there's one company, at least you know. If there's one guy, at least you know. If he would come out to say something and say he will fix it, he will fix it. This motherfucker fixed 1.0, okay? This guy brought Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 and make Final Fantasy it is today, okay? If there's one guy that's gonna come out and say, we will return you your money, is this guy. For us, right, this is the best patch, but for him, it turns out that he have to come out to address the housing, he have to come out to address the bug, he have to come out to address this. I feel really bad for him. As players, right, I am celebrating how good this patch was. And then on his end, he's molding because of all these things that he have to address. But at the same time, I don't think he need to go this far. But at the same time, I think the community is the one that push it too far. A lot of these things over here would have been fine if the players didn't go this far. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I mean, that's all I gotta say. Hopefully, my editor will edit this into a T-Bits version so that he can, yeah, you guys can look at it on YouTube again. It's really sad how we are back here again and again on this same discussion. Now it's a whole new reset again. No more ACT. No more ACT on stream. To be fair, I never use ACT. I'm using Excel spreadsheet. But the great man has spoken again. Even Excel spreadsheet is part of third party, so it's no longer okay. I'm sorry guys, I have to let you go. Thank you for your effort in this whole prog. Thank you for you guys' effort during this turbulent time in COVID. But luckily now that the COVID restrictions have lifted, you guys can go back to your country. I will pay for your air tickets. compliments to Twitch chat for this 1 whole week of prog. You know, we got a lot of stuff, we have a lot of money, so I can send you guys back home, but it's over. Thank you for all your services. Okay?